Hey there, Tim and Donna Avery here with
guys.
Visual Testaments. We're glad you guys are joining us today.
Stay till the end because you're going to want to hear
Yes.
this dream, and we're going to want to hear from you if you're good at dream interpretation.
Yes, we always like hearing what you think about the dreams and stuff. Anyway, so this is a military type dream I had.
You have those a lot.
I do have those a lot, and I think has something to do with
whole
maybe
lot.
my military career, or maybe there's some significance in that. So if you know anything about prophetic and you would like to share and interpret dreams, maybe that's something for you. Anyway, so I thought I'd just share this with you a little bit. So the dream goes like this. Some parts I don't remember too clearly, but I will give you as best I can on some of the dreams. Anyway, so in the dream, it's like a military dream. So what I do remember about the dream was that I was being confronted. No, I wasn't in the ship. It was more of an assembly hall. I'm thinking back in my mind right now, more of like an assembly hall of a lot of other military folks in there. And I was dressed in my uniform. I was in this assembly hall, and I remember training some of the guys that were underneath me, and I was leading them and telling them about different things about being I'm gonna say soldier, but being in the military, proper things and stuff like that. I was just training them, like doing some type of training. And so for this meeting, or large meeting in this space, and so this other chief that I recognize as my older chief, we're, as I can only understand, is that we were both the same rank, but he was still a senior chief towards me, higher ranking than me, but like he was a chief, had more, what's the word I'm looking for? More, not authority, but more seniority. And so anyway, he confronts me, kind of like in my face, and he was just kind of like, hey, I heard that you were at this party, you were with these people, and they're of significance, and you didn't drink any alcohol, and you didn't do that, and I am telling you, you need to go back over there, and you need to consume alcohol with them. And I got closer in his face, and I just said, I will. Now,
when you say close, how close?
Like almost nose touching nose. And I was just like, I will do no such thing, sir, kind of like that. And he kind of looked at me, and he goes, maybe you didn't hear me, kind of like an attitude, it's like, you will go over there and you will, consume alcohol with them. And I was like, I will do no such thing. I'm not doing that. I'm not who I was 8 years ago. And, I'm not going to do that. And so he kind of just walks off, and he kind of turns and he goes, who is this person that's in front of me? Kind of like that. I said, I'm just, I'm not who I used to be. I'm 41 years old, and I'm not that type of person anymore. And that's not what I do anymore. So I'm not going to be consuming alcohol. And he just kind of walks off. And so into the large assembly of people, because we're kind of outside that room talking. So go into the room, large, like, best way I can explain, it's just like a large, auditorium of people sitting, a gathering of other military folks, in the bleachers or rafters or whatever. And then there's floor seating. And so I'm in my seat now in this part of the dream, and I'm just sitting with kind of my guys.
And if I remember correctly, you said you were sitting on the floor seat.
Yeah, I was sitting on the floor seating with my guys around me. And I remember as I was sitting down, I was just thinking, like, what a joke. Me referring to that older chief, like what a joke. Like, I can't believe I don't, he was like that way. And I can sense, like, the guys that were underneath me, they were like kind of nodding, like in agreement kind of thing. And so the other part of the dream that I remember is that towards the end of this meeting, I don't remember all about the meeting, but towards the end of this meeting, the older chief that confronted me earlier was kind of walking out of the auditorium, and he kind of turned around, and he was making eye contact with another chief or another senior person in the audience, and kind of saluted me, and then saluted him, and I saluted them, and then we dropped our salutes, as to say, like, this person, meaning me, is now under your command, kind of that deal.
Like a trade-off.
Like a trade-off of personnel. He's now under your person, whatever. And so that older chief looked, as he kind of dropped his salute, he kind of like just rolled his eyes and turned in, like in disgust, and just kind of walked out. I was just like, whatever, you know, kind of like that. And I sat down and then I woke up. So
the one that rolled his eyes in disgust was the original guy that asked you to
confronted
drink.
me, yes.
But
Yeah.
what about the one up in the bleachers that he's now turning you over to? Did he seem disgusted, or
No,
did he seem...
I mean, I couldn't really tell. I just knew that like that would be my new senior person, whatever.
Right. Chain of command.
And I didn't get a read whether he was
okay.
nice or mean or whatever. You know, he just kind of more military, just more professional. Just dropped his salute and that was it.
And that was the end of the dream.
That was the end of the dream. Mm-hmm.
So let's hear from you guys. Any dream interpreters out there? Share this if you're not a dream interpreter, but your friend is. And we want to hear from you. Comment and let us know what you get from that. Love you guys.